non-otaku.
It was felt like you were in the castle.
Yeah.
And the first 3 minutes or so, when
Right.
you are like falling with Tanjiro and the other characters, and you feel the wind and then like movement and stuff, I was like, let me get out of here.
Get me out of the
like I don't want to be
castle,
here anymore.
help. Yeah, exactly.
Welcome back to 2M Otaku. I'm your host Mayu, a born and raised Japanese non-otaku, and
I'm Cisco, an American otaku.
in this podcast, we share reviews of anime and the manga through distinct perspectives with commentary on Japanese culture, history, and language. Cisco,
Yep.
we went to see Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle, the movie? Was it the right title?
I don't even remember. It's definitely Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, the movie. It might be Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle, the movie. It definitely has like a lot of things in a row.
Right. In 4DX.
I guess you got to add more to it. Yes,
Right.
in 4DX.
And it was my very first time to try 4DX.
How was it?
It was scary.
Really?
It was scary at the beginning. I was like, because I didn't expect seats to move that hard.
Yeah, you kind of wanted a seatbelt or something?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we already talked about Demon Slayer movie, The Infinity Castle, before when you watched the movie in Japan.
That's right.
If you are interested in hearing the experience in Japan, check the episode out first. It's going to be in the description. All right, we're going to talk about
Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. No, wait, sorry. Let me try again. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie. Damn it. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle, the movie in 4DX.
You know what? I think the Japanese title is even longer.
Yeah, you got to be kidding me.
No, let me check.
Is it like To the Infinity Castle?
No, it's like Akaza.
That is the main part of the film.
Okay, let me try in Japanese. 劇場版鬼滅の刃無限上編第1章赤座再来
Saidai te nani?
come again.
So, let's see. Let's break it down little by little. I don't think I can remember the whole thing.
劇場版鬼滅の刃
Theatrical version Demon Slayer.
無限上編
Infinity Castle arc.
第1章
First chapter.
赤座再来
Akaza returns.
Yes, that's the whole title.
Okay, let me see if I can remember that. Demon Slayer the movie, Infinity Castle arc, chapter 1, Akaza returns.
Yes.
That's the mouthful. Yeah, okay.
So that's the title. I think the official title in Japanese, which is pretty long, but yeah, that's very descriptive.
Yep, it's pretty specific.
Specific, yes. So we're going to all talk about it today, our experience watching the movie in 4DX in North Hollywood, which was full, starting from 10:30 p.m.
Yep.
Before we start, we'd like to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, questions, or even suggestions that we should talk about. Send us a message to the email to the description, or you can use Spotify and YouTube comment section as well. Why don't we talk about the movie separating into 3 parts?
Okay.
First part,
Yep.
There will be spoilers just in case.
Spoiling away.
Spoiling away.
Okay, I guess now everybody's had a chance to see it. So if I'm spoiling it for you, it's like on you at this point, right? Okay, so part 1 is really about them getting in, and it sort of like wraps with Kocho's fight against Doma.
Now, when I was reading the original manga, I felt a little bit longer, but in the movie, I felt a little bit short.
This part about Kocho's battle?
For some reasons. Because maybe they wanted to spread about the later part.
I mean, you know what? I'd have to read the manga again to be sure. But I think they like broke it up by going back and forth. I don't think they have like the start to finish. I think like she comes in and meets him and is like, you're really messed up. And then it breaks away for something else. And it comes back and they actually fight. And she dies and they go back to something else. I think they come back one more time and then have Kano fight him again, which I'm sure is coming in the next movie.
What I liked about the first part was how voice actor Hayami Saori, she did such a great job in the emotional level of like rage. Almost the whole time, Kocho is kind of like you can tell she's like angry behind, but like, she doesn't show it. She kind of always sounded like soft and then polite, but like this time she just let it out. And then how much she is pissed about Doma. Yeah, so I liked how she acted the part. Also, like, I liked Doma's voice actor, Mamoru Miyano. He does a lot of voices.
Yeah.
So
patronizing.
What do you mean?
Like he just sounds like so like he's looking down on her the whole time.
Oh yeah, he's so pity on her, and yeah, it's just messed up.
Yep.
But it was an interesting part, and it was so heartbreaking that she couldn't do anymore, and then she just like got
absorbed. Yeah. You got to wonder why he bothers like chomping down on the other dead bodies when he can like obviously just like physically absorb their whole thing like immediately through his like body.
Maybe he was bored.
Yeah, maybe he likes eating, which is pretty gross.
That's weird. Yeah. I can't remember. Kocho's gonna come back somehow. Like she's dead.
She's dead.
But like I can't remember what happened in the manga.
Then enjoy this narrative tension of finding out what happens next.
Okay. So is there any favorite part about the first like fight, Kocho and Doma?
After having seen it twice, yeah, like the very part of the very end where she's like already dying and then she does like the centipede attack anyway. That part's really freaking cool. I really like that part a lot. And that part was great in 4DX. Like the way in which they used like I think air jets in that scene was like really cool to like simulate all of like her footsteps that are like breaking the whole place. Yeah, that part was dope.
What about the second part?
So the Zenitsu part, yeah, it's really short.
Yeah.
It's definitely the shortest narrative part of the film. And this was not that different in 4DX actually compared to the others. It's still good. As with the first time I saw it, I was mostly grateful that it was short. The story isn't as gripping as the other parts, you know, and so it has like exactly the right amount of time.
Right.
Like long enough for you to be like, oh, he's like squaring off against like the guy who was older than him and better at everything than him. And he wins. So that's satisfying. They don't waste a lot of time going through the backstory. It feels like about the right amount of time.
I felt the same way. I was like, I was totally fine with like movie ending there.
Ending there? Oh, it would have been only an hour long.
Right. It sounds, feels like a regular movie. Like,
Right. Yeah, no way.
But like, there's not like the crazy Zane's part.
Right. Yeah, he's not annoying at all. He's just cool the whole time. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And
it's about time.
Inosuke was in like here and there.
Yeah, but he doesn't really show up.
Yeah, not there yet. Yeah, there's a backstory. I kind of forgot about it, but like a promise with Grandpa, and then it's so sad. Grandpa committed suicide.
Yeah, that part's really messed up.
Yeah, but the other bro didn't master the first form, and then
that's what got him in the end.
Yeah.
The third part, which is Tanjiro and Gyu against Akaza. And this is like the main thing in the movie, the longest part and by far the most interesting part. Yeah, that part's cool.
We started watching from 10:30.
Yep.
But when we went inside before 10:30, like there are people already sitting on the seats, right?
Yeah, we went in at about 10:10, which is like not an unusual time to enter a movie theater.
Yeah.
But it was filthy inside. It was so dirty. And I was like, God, like how could it be like this gross? And then we realized that they hadn't cleaned the theater after the previous show. And I actually want to give like the theater a break here. Like 4DX is basically designed to spill everything. So it's totally understandable that the theater was a mess before they came in and cleaned it up. And we came back after they'd cleaned it. It was looking a lot better, you know, but it was weird to me, the idea that like you can't even go in the theater before the showtime begins. Like that's pretty unusual. But yeah, so we went in at 10:30 and we got out at 1:30.
Well, as we walked towards the movie, like seems like people just came out from the
it did seem like they were cutting the showtimes really close together at this theater. That might explain why it wasn't clean yet by the time we went in. And yeah, that seemed like that showing was, well, I know that showing was packed because I tried to get tickets to it and the only tickets available were on like the very sides. So, I mean, that was true for this one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was wild.
So yeah, starting from 10:30, and then lots of fighting at the beginning, which I was terrified.
Right.
Because like it was my first time.
You were in the Infinity Castle.
Exactly. And you told me beforehand it's going to be like a roller coaster, but like I didn't.
You didn't believe me.
It's not like I didn't believe you, but I didn't think about how it was going to be crazy like that.
Got it.
Yeah. So it was like lots of like hanging onto a seat.
Yeah, you have to hold on to the sides really, really tightly.
And then the whole time, it was like almost whole time like that, like mist and then like
snow effects.
And everything. And when it comes to Akaza flashback, there's no movement
all of
at
a sudden
all.
It's just a regular movie.
Regular movie, which put me to sleep.
Well, it was late, and there are a couple parts, even in the Akaza part, when like somebody gets punched really hard, where like the seats vibrate. But yeah, no, compared to the rest of the movie, it's basically just a regular film. And yeah, it's late. The movie's long. It's understandable that you completely fell asleep in the theater. Even in a 40x theater, you fell asleep.
You said like it's gonna be 40x, so it's gonna be like busy and then like movement, so you're not gonna fall asleep. So you didn't take a nap or anything.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And I usually go to sleep around 10:30.
Right.
And then it's gotta be like midnight or something.
Right. Yeah. It was probably like almost 1.
So when I woke up, there's like a very like touching, moving scene.
Right.
Which I was like, what happened? I don't remember anything.
You missed the best part.
I know. I missed the best part. Which was a shame because I wanted to be, moved and then like crying and this stuff.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Should we go see it again?
Not in 40x.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I need to go like daytime.
Yeah, that's probably a good
3
idea.
hours. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it was a shame. Like I fell asleep and I can't believe myself did that.
I can, but yeah.
I wonder if anybody did the same thing as me.
In that theater?
Yeah.
I bet that little kid we saw at the end was definitely asleep.
We saw a family.
He was like borderline getting carried out of there by his dad.
Oh my God. They looked like 8 or 9 or something.
Kid, around there. Very,
like,
very young.
Yeah. So I was just on the same boat as
So did you see the part where Tanjiro's dad cut the bear's head off?
I did.
Okay. Because that part also is slow.
Well, yes, it is. Like Tanjiro's dad's part. Yeah.
Right.
It was. Yeah. So anyway, Akaza part is must see.
Yeah.
But it comes later.
The whole thing is good.
The first time you watched the movie in Japan, you didn't cry.
I teared up, but I didn't. I mean, I didn't really cry. Partly though, it was like I was hearing people in the theater all around me, like openly crying, which blew my mind because, Japan, that's not a thing. People really don't want to cry in public. Like I was shocked. And then in America, I feel like the reaction was more understated. Like fewer people were like openly crying, but it might have to do with like who the audience was, right? Like the audience in America was like a bunch of people in their 20s and 30s, basically, whereas the audience in Japan was like a much wider age range. So maybe that had something to do with it. Yeah, I was like more emotional this time than I was last time. And I'm not sure why that was. Maybe it's because I knew what was coming at the end of the Akaza arc. And like, for me, the whole show is very Buddhist, but like in particular, the end of Akaza's arc has like a lot of like kanon kind of imagery going on with like, forgiveness and stuff. And it's also, it explains why Japanese Christianity was like a thing, kind of, that like kanon being the Buddha of compassion, like really makes it easy to see some Jesus parallels in like, I don't know, that theology. But yeah, I don't know. I find like the part where his old wife who got like murdered before they could get married comes back and is like, you don't have to hate yourself anymore. You can forgive yourself for not being able to protect me. And, he's going to hell. Like he's a demon. Like it's not going to be like a happy ending, but his ability to like ask her for forgiveness and for her to give it is a moving moment in the movie for me.
Wait, how did he become demon? I forgot.
After he kills all the people in the Kenjutsu dojo, he's like
he got scout.
He's wandering through the town, and Muzan shows up and is like, I heard there was a demon that killed 67 people. I didn't think it was going to be a human. And then like he doesn't even respond, and then Muzan just like jams his hand straight through his head and is like, "You're gonna be a demon now." Like I mean, I think it is accurate to say he had already sort of thrown away his humanity by killing the entire dojo full of people. So I don't know that there needed to be like a full-on contract or anything. And Muzan makes people into demons without asking for their permission all the time. But it's a real contrast to upper rank one turning Zenitsu's older, his senpai into a demon, where he like puts all the blood in his hand and is like, you have to choose this essentially. And the guy does. Akaza doesn't choose to become a demon, but he's definitely like killed enough people to like be going to hell anyway at that point.
Yeah. So overall, the 40X, I don't know. Like I got comment from Motak that I should watch the movie in 2D first and then go to 40X. And I didn't.
Yeah. And now you know why.
I mean, I understand why, because like it's hard to focus, even though I was listening the whole thing in Japanese in the theater with English subtitles. But it was an experience. Felt like you were in the castle. Yeah. And the first 3 minutes or so, when you are like falling with Tanjiro and the other characters, and then you feel the wind and then like movement and stuff, I was like, let me get out of here.
Get me out of the
like I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I was feeling.
Yeah.
Because like I don't want to do this for 3 hours.
Yeah, it was fun.
But towards the end, like I said, like I fell asleep, and I guess
thank God it woke you back up when they were fighting.
I got used to it. But when we walked out of the theater, I realized my upper thighs soared.
Were sore?
Yeah, sore.
From just tensing your whole body up?
I guess so. Yeah. I didn't think I was holding that hard. Yeah. So do you recommend this in 40X?
I do. Yeah. I mean, I think like you have to enjoy 40X. I think there are a lot of people out there in the world who probably don't want to go to 40X movies, like no matter what. Right. But the experience was very much what I thought it would be like. And I don't like getting wet at movies. So I usually turn the water off, but the people next to us had the water on. So I definitely still got like pretty misted during all of the water breathing moments. And I realized some other aspects of 40X this time. Like one, there are lights inside the theater that shine. So when Zenitsu in particular is doing his lightning moves, there are lights that like shine on in the theater that make it look like there's like lightning happening. Yeah. That was pretty cool. Also, I think this is the first time I've seen a 40X movie that had a scene where it was snowing in the movie and they release snow from the top of the theater in the front to like make it be like snowing in the actual room too, which was, I don't know, which I actually found pretty cool.
And smoke?
Yeah, I didn't smell anything this time because I was wearing a mask because COVID is like back now. But
no, I said smoke. There's a smoke from
yeah. No, that I had seen before. Like, I didn't really get the scents this time. Sometimes there are scents that are really stinky. You smelled them. I didn't. But yeah, I think it was a fun experience in 40X. Like elevated the movie a little bit for me. I don't usually see movies more than once, so having the experience be sort of different the second time around really helped me want to go back. And like I said, particularly when the characters are unleashing their special moves, the way that they paired that with X was very worth it. So I thought it was good. Yeah, I liked how it was executed.
I like the smell when Kocho was around, the smell of flowers and the smell something like medicinic.
Interesting.
Yeah, like a specific kind of smell from this medicine that I like in old days.
Okay.
And I kept wondering, when whoever chooses the smell of like a particular movie, do this use the same exact smell for worldwide, or it's different from theater to theater?
I think it's got to be like mass produced.
Who choose that?
I don't know. I don't know how 40X theaters work. Like, how do they like sync up the motions and like who gets to choose like what the motions are?
Right.
Like, part of me wonders, is it like AI, like AI watches the movie and tries to decide like what kind of motions like fit with the action that's happening on screen? Or is it a person who like designs a 40X experience for every film that's going to be shown in 40X theaters?
That's like a mystery.
It'd be a pretty fun job.
Do you want to do that?
No, but it would. But I feel like it would be a fun job for somebody.
I like the parts whenever like characters got beaten and you feel like kind of like a punching feeling on your back.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun.
That was cool. Yeah,
it was like a little bit like a massage chair, but like in a weird timing.
Yeah, it's like it has like massage chair like things in the back.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could see just like a regular movie with a regular massage chair. I'd be like, I'd pay extra for that.
You might fall asleep.
I would be okay with that too.
Yeah. All right, let's do today's word of the day.
All right.
What's today's word of the day?
Yeah, sakki, killing intention, right? Or killing intent.
Feel somebody's behind you and was like trying to kill you feeling.
Yeah.
You feel
they're killing intent.
Right. Yeah, it's called sakki in Japanese. Sakki.
Right.
Satsu means kill.
Right.
And the ki is feeling.
Feeling, vibe. Spirit, intention, vibe, all of those things.
So like there's a scene, Tanjiro, like remembering the conversation between Inosuke about Saki and I think it Toki?
Toki is like battle spirit. That's what Akaza calls it instead of Sakki. So Toki is like a fighting spirit, just someone like wanting to fight you. Sakki is somebody wanting to kill you. Tanjiro recognizes that this is how Akaza is able to fight so well, as he senses his opponent's Toki. And so by extinguishing his own Toki, by going into the transparent world and only doing what is necessary, eliminating his intentionality and only focusing on his muscle actions, he's able to sort of slip through Akaza's compass or whatever and kill him, which is pretty great. Also, the moment where Akaza pushes his own head back onto his neck after it's been cut off, that moment is pretty epic.
How can you do that? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a demon, but still, it was like, that part is wild. Why haven't any of the other demons done that? If that's like a thing, you know?
Well, other demons are not that
serious about fighting. I guess
I don't know. It was funny that when like Tanjiro figured out about Saki killing Saki and they go right behind Akaza,
right. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna sneak up on him," and then he's like, "I'm gonna chop your head off right now."
Like, why do you have to say that?
Completely gave it away. Yeah.
And people laughed at the moment.
Yeah, that part's really funny.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone laughed in Japan. Because like, you know, in samurai culture, it would be like disgraceful to like stab your opponent from behind. You have to like announce that you're going to fight them before you're like allowed to attack.
That's why people didn't laugh?
I mean, I don't know if that's why people didn't laugh or not, but I feel like what Tanjiro does in that moment is like a very Japanese thing, you know, of like, instead of attacking while his back's turned, to be like, I have to like let him know that like I'm going to attack, you know, that's like I don't know. Somehow it struck me as like, in seeing it in America, it was hilarious. But seeing it in Japan, I don't remember it being particularly funny. It was like, of course he would say that. You know what I mean?
Because he's too honest.
Yeah, he's too straightforward. Like you know, it would be too sneaky of him to just actually attack while his back was turned.
Okay, so Saki, you can use it. Saki o kanjiru.
Right.
I feel killing
intent. Yeah, it's sort of like the English phrase staring daggers at somebody.
Okay.
Because like, you know, the idea is that the daggers are coming out of your eyes and like flying towards the other person.
Okay. Before we end, is there anything you'd like to add?
I thought these movies were going to come out 6 months apart from each other.
No way.
But it turns out it's 3 years. So the next one's not going to release till 2027. It's kind of a bummer. I'm glad that it'll probably be really high quality. And I appreciate that like UFO Table did not choke on making this movie. Like they really made it very good. There's no Sakuga Hokai. Like,
of course not.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's good in 4DX too.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the next one, even though like, it's so far away.
But that means it's going to be even better.
I hope so.
I just liked watching the credits because it was all in Japanese and then people, voice actors and the stuff names are all like so many, of course. But I noticed there are like a bunch of like famous voice actors. And one of them was like Yuki Aoi, who does voice for Mao Mao from the Apothecary Diaries. I was like, I usually notice people's voice. I was like, oh, there's going to be this person, this is going to be. But I didn't notice her voice. I was like, who's this? And I realized that's got to be the boy. I can't remember the name of the character.
Ubuyashiki's son.
The boy who was like
drawing the Infinity Castle.
I was like, okay, I had no idea.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So I like finding those moments.
Nice.
In the movie. Yeah. It just started playing in the theaters. I don't know how long it's going to be in the theater in America. maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I think I read somewhere that it's already the highest grossing anime film in America ever. Like, I think it's made like $60 million in the US already.
That is crazy.
And that's like 60 mil is a solid opening weekend for literally anything. So
it might be Ghibli.
Yeah, I think it's had a bigger opening weekend than any Ghibli movie.
Yikes.
Yikes indeed.
Because I like Ghibli. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. If you liked this week's episode, please give us good reviews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, or like and leave a comment on the YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and follow 2AM Otak and 3AM Otak. It'll keep us making more fun episodes. See you next time for more 2AM Otak.
Peace.